Evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's stream, Tier 3 here at Silverstone. Comms tonight, it's myself, Claire Mull, and No Fandangle.
Yo, Claire Mull is at Silverstone, I'm at Silverstone. I need to check my audio because for the podium interviews on Friday, I sounded like Robocop. In fact, it was a shit version of Robocop.
Evening, Dave. Evening, Curly. Thanks for tuning in.
I don't understand this. There's always like the slightest echo on my voice for some reason.
I don't hear no echo from you, bud.
I think I might have figured that out. Hello, Jay Dennis. I just said that to test out my mic.
Pint size, first man out. Evening, Hound. If anyone could let us know the weather forecast for the free session. Oh, raining sprint. Similar to what we had in Tier 2 on Friday night then.
Oh, God.
Can't
wait for that.
See, ours on Friday caught us out because we all thought it'd be inters, but it wasn't. It were full wets.
Yeah, that's not good, really, is it? It's horrendous. I did a small bit of wet practice beforehand, but yeah, it's awful. It's so bad.
I didn't mind it, me, if I'm honest. I felt like I stood more of a chance in the wet sprint than I did in the feature.
So yeah, we got Ollie Jelly making his full-time debut, second debut again in the McLaren, and we got, I'm gonna call him Calebra.
Yeah.
Calebra, whatever you want to call him. Making his full-time debut. Raced here last week at Baku, but he's full-time now. Unfortunately, has a quali ban, which for a sprint weekend means he's going to be sitting pretty for a bit, but that is
I
the
hope he
nature
knows
of
that,
it.
because he's on an outlap at the moment.
Yeah, I told him. I have everything covered. I will be back in a second. I must get a stack of beers.
Pint size just coming through Club and Vale now. To start. Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. Ignore me. I'm looking at the completely wrong part of the track. He'd come through Brooklands and Luffield. Maggots and Beckett's now obviously very wide at Store. Cops. Jesus, give me a minute. Kelev has pulled into the pits and retired. Pint size now going through Club and Vale. Around that final corner now across the line, 29.7. That's the first lap on the board. Full send Dave just coming across, 26.8. Ollie's just coming up to the final two corners as well. Lutman a 28 flat. Ollie 26.4, wow. Teabag 26.5. Chip 26.9. Nerf 28-1, Scotty 26-5. Here's the big one. Also, round the final corner. 28-4. Had Hound sneak in there as well with a 26-8. What can Bark manage? Bark on his hot lap a little later than everyone else, it seems. On the run into Cops now. Looks very good through Maggots and Beckett's though.
How did you find it Friday night, Clay? Obviously your first race on a wheel. How did you find the track itself?
In all honesty, I find it a lot easier than it was on pad. Maggots and Beckett's just flows so much easier on a wheel.
Yeah.
Which I found quite unbelievable, to be honest. I didn't expect the difference to be that noticeable, but from the first time I went for it, it seemed manageable, whereas on pad it was sort of clench my arse and hope for the best.
Yeah, it just takes a bit of time to get used to the wheel, but I've yet to find anyone bar Culpy that has given up on it, but that he's a weak individual, so...
No, look, my plan was always to get onto a wheel. Obviously, it's took me a lot longer to get here than I expected. But getting the rig fully set up and everything now, that'll be me going forward now, using the wheel. And yeah, pace just took a big hit, but that's expected. It's a bit of a learning curve now, get used to it, and then focus on improving again.
Yeah, it'll just take a couple of weeks. That's all that is, but I don't know, I just find it's more enjoyable. I couldn't race on a pad. I'd be a hazard. I'd be like Steve.
I thought you were going to say Chip then when you said hazard.
And Chip the Whip. Yeah, don't forget Chip the Whip, hazard. Do you know what? It's funny. I think I said this in the admin chat Friday night, but you know, for it's a technical enough track. To be fair, like there is places you can make a lot of mistakes, lose a bit of time and whatever.
Yeah.
Qualifying tends to be pretty tight here for some reason.
Yeah, and the corners I found myself struggling with, obviously now being on wheel, was Brooklands and Luffield.
Is Brooklands the left-hander?
Yes, and then Luffield's the spoon, right hand spoon.
Okay, I struggle into Brooklands.
I was finding I was braking either too much or too late into Brooklands, which was then I was trying to make it back up into Luffield, and that was screwing me massively. Yeah, and braking too much into Store and through Cops and Vale, trying to slow it down through that chicane there. Not Cops and Vale, Jesus. Club and Vale. I can't get my head screwed on with corner names.
I don't know.
I think I've made 5 mistakes so far.
Yeah, I know Cops, Maggots, Beckett's the Hanger Straight. That's it. And that piece of shit fucking track before Cops called the Hamilton Straight. That's just the old pit lane to me. They should probably put a dual carriageway and I would bypass over it. Do you know what? I've said this several times. I took a podium here Friday night, which was an absolute shock to the system. Just things worked out. I never really score well here, but it's a track I do enjoy driving, and it's that's just the way it is for me in this game. Tracks that I like, I'm not the best at. That right hander there before the last corner. What's that called? Looking the corner. Forward on all that, no traction is
before
horrific.
Before where?
The left or the first right hander before the last corner.
The one right before it, right? That's the start of Vale, Club Vale. That
Yeah,
section, that the left, right is Club Vale.
yeah. The left is okay. The right, it's just awful trying to get the power out. It's horrendous with no traction. But that's the only corner I hate. The rest of the track is brilliant. Yeah, it's a good, and again, it's a good track for racing if guys just race properly. You know, there's plenty of opportunities to overtake, but it just takes guys working together, especially if we got a wet sprint.
Wow,
Everybody's going to
Wookie.
be wow. Everybody's going to be running dry setups in the wet, so you just have to think and use your brain a small bit.
Great lap time there from Wookie, that. Brilliant time. Yeah, it is a sprint race as well, so short quali onto, I think it's a 9-lap sprint. And then 20,
Yeah,
what is it, 26?
26 laps, yeah.
Something like that. Nerf improves by about a quarter of a second, but still P15.
Be interesting to see. What did you take? Oh, you the wet sprint. It's wet here as well. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that.
This is the issue I had. This is the issue I had on Friday night in the feature race. We get later in the race, and in my head, I've got 2 sets of mediums. I'd use 1 set in the feature, and I thought I still had a new set because we didn't use them in the sprint. I pitted for another set of mediums, and it put me on a used set, so I had to pit again for a fresh set of softs. It took the tyres away from me from the sprint race,
Yeah.
which I wasn't aware it did.
Yeah. So no matter what you pick for the sprint, or no matter what your allocation is on a sprint weekend, you've only 1 set of mediums.
I thought you still had
Right.
2 sets. Because it takes the mediums off you in the quali to give you a set for the sprint, a set for the feature. I just thought that because I didn't use the set in the sprint, I'd still have them for the feature, but I didn't.
Yeah, you don't. That's what we. Wow.
Oh, Lutman, wow.
Jesus. Where did that come from? That time has bettered my time in Q3 on my last run by 6 thousandths of a second. So
If I'm honest, I'd currently be sat P17.
yeah, we're only now 20 drivers in the lobby here, so
Yeah, sorry, I wouldn't be 21st. No, I think I only managed a 29.3 in quali.
I'll tell you what, we know Lookman has pace, but he's pulling a lap out of nowhere there for me. A lot of
Yeah, I
pace up
wonder
there.
if track evolutions had something to do with it, a little small bit. Obviously, Wookie putting that lap in, and his were a bit later than the other lads went out. And then Lutman setting that. Let's see what Jay Dennis manages now across the line. 26.4, so no. Full credit to Lutman and Wookie.
Personally, I didn't find track evolution was great on Friday night. Like my last run, I improved by half a tenth. No, that could be just driver error as well, but it didn't feel like there was a massive difference with the track evolution. But maybe it is. It's kind of grey, so the track temps look a bit higher here. Definitely, there's clear skies, so that probably is making a difference.
Yeah, evening Ehel, evening Ollie. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, I'm just looking at point size geezer there down in P18. He's quite a bit off the pace. I've been speaking to him in DMs quite a bit this week. It's just like everything else, you know. Guys, we've said this so many times. Guys come in, they're slow. They think they're so far off it,
Yeah.
and within the span of a season, they're back at it. You know, competitive. So just keep it going. That was my advice.
I don't know how many times we've seen it. You know, drivers coming in. You know, as I think I mentioned it last week when we were doing comms, and we mentioned something similar. A lot of guys who, you know, started off in tier 3 were really slow. The way now they're in tier 1 and holding their own.
Yeah, 100%, no question. You know, I've had a lot of conversation with guys over the last week, and I'm sick of the game. You know, luck changes. It's as simple as that. Luck definitely changes. You
I I
just
I
gotta
find
stick
the
with it.
same thing, me, season to season.
Do you know what,
I
though?
have one season where I do well, and then the next season I do absolutely awful. I hate it. I don't want to race anymore. And then the next season I do well again when there's no expectation.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
That's what I've tried saying to some of the teammates I've had over the seasons is the same thing. When you put pressure on yourself, you expect a good result. It tends to go against you.
Yeah, defo.
And
No
that's
question.
what I've always found anyway.
Yeah, I agree fully. No question. It's great to see another full grid this weekend as well. Bit of a slow restart to the league after the Christmas break, which is probably expected, to be honest. But 60 drivers racing this weekend, and unfortunately 10 or 12 that didn't get a drive. As Airways is back into the pits, he's made a mistake on his lap, doesn't have enough fuel, so he cannot improve. Currently sitting P9.
I think he improved on the previous lap. He was out earlier.
Yeah. Again, though, it's still mega tight. There's less than a second between the top 10 to top 12 even. There's about 8 tenths between the top 12, which is
Yeah,
a
Curly
bit mad. Like, 'cause,
27-2 now.
it's not the hardest track, but I wouldn't say it's easy at the same time.
No, it's not an easy track. There's corners where you've got to be committed. You've got to be cautious on the throttle, getting the power down. It's like you say. I wouldn't say it's a technical track. I don't think it's technical. I think it's just one that you've got to get to grips with.
Yeah, definitely.
Which
No question.
sounds a bit stupid, but just on with pint size, he doesn't seem to have his ERS on.
Is he doing a burner lap?
I don't know. I thought he'd just done a lap that he'd invalidated or something, so he'd started again. But no, he's not got his ERS on. 7 tenths off the pace, so he's not going to be improving this lap. Jump on with Nerf, see what Nerf can manage. He's got a flashing fuel light, so I think he's abandoned his first run and gone for another.
Yeah, he has. But you know what? It's one of these, you can qualify in the front row, and with a sprint weekend, it brings that uncertainty into it. You could end up starting at the back fairly easily.
There's a Haas off track though.
Jay Dennis saying, sorry, let you know with my lap. It's your lap, kid. You're not letting me down at all.
Yeah, you're not a teammate of mine, mate. I couldn't give a shit.
Something like that, yeah. Curly has retired. He doesn't have enough time. Northpack he is fractionally up on his time, but his ERS is practically gone now. So we'll see, can he improve? Just on with him there as he takes that horrific right-hander back past his lap. 126 dead, and Northpack a half a tenth up, only moving to P15, but he did alright to be fair. But Bachmanu sneaking in there with a pole lap of a 26 dead.
Matey Boy's improving a fair bit here as well. This could see him jump up. Yeah, P12, 26.8 for Nerf. Matey Boy. Wow.
All I'm going to say here is to Bark, you got 5 races left, kid.
Enjoy it while you can.
And that's it. 8-8. But do you know what? I'm looking here, like, my time gets me P3. P2 here, sorry. Or P3. There's still, it's so close up here. The top, 6, 7, 8, 9. We keep having this conversation. The tiers are just so close.
Scotty, 26 flat as well.
Yeah, he must have got another lap in because I just saw a time flick up for him a while ago. So, yeah, mega close. As I said, wet sprint.
Yeah,
I'll cost you dearly.
I'm back in just a second.
Yep. So yeah, that is qualifying over. Unfortunately for Kaz, he doesn't set a time. Not sure why. Did he just have a few issues on track? But yeah, that is the finalised grade 4 of a sprint race. Bart went with an impressive 26 dead, closely followed by Scotty, half a tenth in it. Insane, really. You know, less than a second in the top 13. You got Bark and Scotty locking out the front row. Luckman, Wookie, P3 and P4. You got Jelly, Dennis, Fulton Dave, Teabag, Airways, Hound, Captain Hindsight taking P11. Matey Boy P12, Chip the Whip, Hazard P13, Curly Worley P14, Chris 15, North Pack 16, also 17, Geezer 18, and for some reason it has Calevra as P19, but he retired before Kaz, so not really sure why that happens, but it's the game. That's what happens sometimes. As we are now loading, and the sprint is not wet for the start anyway. So somebody's got that wrong. It might get wet. It definitely looks dark. I'm wondering, is the feature wet? If anybody is available to let us know, that would be helpful.
And I am back. It doesn't look wet.
No, it's absolutely not wet. It's the complete opposite to wet. Although I will say the track looks greasy.
Looks
You got
grey as well.
Wookie.
Skies look grey.
They do look grey. You got Wookie, Dennis, Teabag, North Pack, and Kaz on the mediums. Everyone else is on the softs. They'll be hurting after lap 6, because there's no question there. So, be interested to see how this one plays out. The track looks wet. We've been told it's a wet sprint. Got no comments. I did ask, but obviously the guys are finalising their setups, their fuel, things like that, race strategy. But yeah, they look. It looks dark. There's a bit of dry there, but the track looks greasy as fuck, to be honest. So we'll have to just see what happens. Simple as that, really, isn't it? As I'm going to grab an alcoholic beverage when I have 10 seconds to spare.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether the rain is coming later in this sprint or whether it'll manage to stay dry throughout. Apologies, guys, just trying to plug a charger in. As the lads are coming round the final corner now.
And I nearly missed the start.
There's an Alpine Don't really know what it's doing. It's between Bark and Scotty. That's Matey Boy. Matey Boy's trying to get an advantage, I think, here. Yeah, Matey Boy's car's gone again. He's off. He wanted a head start.
He's moving quite slow, to be fair. This could.
It might just be showing him the formation lap again. It looks like it because he's still got 100% ERS and everything. Bit of an unusual one.
Yeah, definitely is.
Showing his tyres now as an extra lap on him. We'll just see. Just let him form up again. See what's what.
Yeah, we just have to give it a second and.
Oh,
there we go. He has teleported back. Hopefully it gets going.
it is just waiting on Matey Boy to connect at the moment.
Yeah, he's probably better off leaving the session, to be honest. So yeah, maybe if he leaves, it should kick us off.
Bit unusual. Just a bit of a waiting game at the moment to find out what's happening, what's going on. As Matey Boy says, it's fucked.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Just leave the session and rejoin if you can. Yeah, that's gonna have to be a lobby reset.
You're just gonna have to just hang fire a minute. There we go, Matey Boy's left the session. That's it. It'll just take a bit of time.
Ooh. Are we going? We are, kind of.
Matey Boy's car is currently in sector 3.
Yeah, and Jelly, or Lachlan is ghosted. And Wookie. Oh, that's nice, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of ghost in that.
I think we need a reset there, to be honest with you. Yeah.
We've got Osso ghosted.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out there.
Lookman, Ollie, Wookie. Yeah,
Yeah, back out.
I have just quit. Just quit.
Yeah, hopefully everyone leaves.
Yeah, it was strange that as soon as the game actually started, it said, Matey Boy had got the fastest lap. And he appeared to be a lap ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, bit of a strange one. So hopefully everyone gets out and gets back in. As Steve will probably take 3 fucking weeks to set it up. Anyway, oh wow.
That's a party invite, not a game invite.
Yeah, don't want that. It's a game invite I'm looking for.
It's not often we get lobby resets.
No, it's not. To be fair. And there's the invite. That's good.
This is the issue though now with the weather. We don't know what weather we was going to have in the sprint though. Curly was saying it would dry all the way in the sprint. It did look grey, but it would definitely dry at the start. Let's fire up an invite. You're right, Curly. I've got people in my stream. Don't improve nothing. In all honesty, I'll leave it to Hound and trust him to sort it out. Who we're waiting on now? Chris is in. Oh, we've got all drivers in, all 20 drivers in. We're just waiting on Steve to set the quali grid now. You need to turn quali off as well.
Oh, it's awful. It's a stressful situation.
It is. It is.
At
We've
least
been
Matey Boy is back, and it's all green, which is strange. Matey Boy never has these issues, to be honest.
no,
Although, yeah.
absolutely not. He doesn't.
Yeah, look, I put in a tag to the tier, so hopefully everyone sees it. Either if you're watching or you're on Discord, you've got a tag. There's no reason why you can't see it. If you don't select the same players that you did at the start for the sprint, you will be disqualified from the session after. So don't come fucking complaining to me about it. You've been told twice, is what it is.
Yeah, it's in the rule book as well, I believe. It's something we've always done. If there is a reset, you start on the same tyres.
Yeah. Just going to.
I believe we're all looks set up, all looks good. Am I wrong? Weather's been set to custom, so he's changed it to what it was. Yeah, just waiting on the custom grid, and then yeah, we're done.
Thought I fucking disabled everyone tag. Anyway.
As Rapid says, it was monsoon conditions all race, thunderstorms are here. Oh, mate, we'll be here all night.
Let's check the lobby settings. Is everything okay there? Have you done that or?
Yeah, I've had a look, mate. Everything seems spot on. Obviously, I can't see the custom grid, but everything else, other settings wise, seems right.
Yeah. Does, to be fair. I love that. Full send Dave. Is the formation lap on? Just check the settings.
As Matey Boy said, snow. Christ, that'll be worse. It'll be worse than rain. Back in a second. And I'm back.
Hopefully everyone saw that message about tyres. Oh, we're going to have an issue.
So we're expecting to see 5 drivers on the medium tyres. Just anyone who is listening to the stream, make sure you allow enough time for everyone to pick the setups. Let's not rush it now.
Yeah, not ideal, these scenarios, but they happen. And you know what? Honda's done a great job. That cloud is in the exact same position.
It looks just as cloudy as it did before.
Fucking 9 seasons later, Honda does something right.
No, to be fair, oh, Jesus Christ.
Blake.
Fairly painless reset is what I was going to say.
Yeah, they're a disaster. Everyone's sitting there like, when are we going? When are we going? Admin's gone off their fucking heads, making sure everything's right.
And that's it. It's one of them. You know when you're used to setting up the lobby the first time round, you get complacent with it. You don't really doubt yourself. You know you've got your settings right. And then when it comes to the reset, you're triple checking, quadruple checking.
Yeah, 100%. Oh god.
4 guys on mediums, so somebody has changed tyres.
It's Teabag, and he's going to be disqualified from the session, unfortunately.
Fucking brilliant.
The thing is, look, not just Teabag, you know, this happens so many times. You know, there's only so much we can do. We can put a tag into Discord, we can say it on comms. That's it. If guys don't see it, what are you going to do? There's nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunate. But yeah, that's the way it is. Tires warm. Warming up for the sprint. The sprint should be finished at this stage, but it's not. Hindsight disqualified as well pretty early on in that formation lap, so
Disqualified on his own as well, so it's not as though he's made contact with someone else.
Yeah,
I'm assuming whether he's just not moved off the grid.
Possibly. Hopefully he moves this time, otherwise there could be absolute bitch.
Airways overshot his marks though. Chris also pint size overshooting the marks. That's it now, grid fully formed. Five lights, and away we go. Looks to go a lot smoother this time. No ghosted cars that we can see. Lucky Jay Dennis both making it past Ollie. Ollie's trying to go around the outside. Lucky gives him the inside now. Ooh, Mercedes and Jay Dennis almost sideways. But
classic start, that.
tell you what, very clean. A very good race start there. There's been a few overtakes as well. It's not as though everyone's just followed in position, but also making up 3 places. Wow. Someone's had his wheat a bit.
I was going to say also big then talk that earlier.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Just trying to get it going again. Bit of a lull. But yeah, it's very close here. The top 10. Top 12 covered by the second nearly. As the leaderboard does its usual, having a little glitch.
Yeah, it's telling me that Wookie's a 10.5 ahead of the car. Ahead.
Ooh. Cav has fired.
Yeah,
as he has a quali ban.
Yeah, he has the quali ban. Yeah. Fair play to him there for that. Well remembered.
It's a bit strange. Just trying to look around to see what's happening. There's quite a bit happening, if I'm honest. Everybody seems to be holding position, but it's so tight at the moment. Sprint race, lap 2. North Kaz and Pointed Geese are having a right as they go at the back of the field.
Yeah, there's battles all the way across the field, to be honest. This battle with Wookie and Jelly here for P4. Yeah, Wookie gets past Jelly. Jelly's going back up the inside at Store. It's very close. Although you can see Wookie's driver's head checking each mirror as well, depending on what side the car is. Ollie picking up a 3-second penalty. On lap 3.
That's a lot of warnings for 3 laps.
No, I know lap 1, I think it was, of the sprint race, I picked up 3 warnings on the same corner. Which was a bit... Oh, Jay Dennis is dropping down the order. He's going fairly slow here. Dave got past him. T-Bag almost got him, but got caught on the outside of the track. All that battling between Wookie and Ollie, though, has cost them 2 seconds to the leading trio. And Lutman's doing really well sticking with Bark and Scotty as well.
Yeah, it's the front couple trying to are getting ahead now. Jay Dennis and Dave going side by side through Mags and Beckett's, not ideal. Dennis thinks better of it, gets a better run, and gets caught in the curves. That's what happens when you try to go too wide through Maggots and Beckett's. It's a bad idea. Simple as that.
See, I will say, to be fair, Lutman, Ollie.
Dave and T-Bag have had it coming together, I think. Yeah, Dave and T-Bag fumbling all the way down to P18 and P19, so...
At Stowe as well.
Obviously had it coming together at some point. Guys are absolutely rinsing on ERS, to be fair.
That's what I was... That's the comment I was just making. Bark and Scotty are on 50 and 70 odd %. And then Lutman's 29, 27, 32. Airways not too bad, 67. You got 40, 68 is Airways. Airways keeps swapping position as I'm trying to go down the order.
Yeah, it's kind of hectic there from P4 to P8, P9, P10, 11, 12, even.
Be interesting to see how the tyre difference makes, if it makes any difference, later on in this race. Obviously, we've not had a safety car or VSC.
Yeah, if you don't have that, the softs are going to drop. There's absolutely no question about that.
So do we expect to see Wookie maybe fight for a podium towards the end?
To be honest with you, Wookie is fighting Jelly hard here, and Jelly's fighting back. But if I'm Wookie, I'm just sitting behind him, recharging my ERS, because they're both absolutely depleted. It's kind of brainless driving, to be honest. Just, stay behind, recharge, and take him. You're not going to catch up in this fight with 5 laps to go. He's 3 seconds ahead. Jelly has a 3-second time penalty. He's going to get that position anyway. Airways is 1.5 behind.
Airways has deployed a fair bit of ERS that lap. Yeah. He's basically, I think he's just tried to get Scotty out of that. Not Scotty, sorry. Hound out of that DRS, as Scotty has took back. Teabag has a pit and quit.
Could be one of these scenarios where
it could be wind damage or anything. We don't know from that crash that he's had. Do you know what I mean?
I think when guys make mistakes like this, we think pretty logically he's retired. He's not going to gain an advantage. He's cost himself a penalty. So yeah, we'll have to see how that one plays out.
And that's it. The tyres only affect this sprint race. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how these mediums come in, to be honest, to see whether J. Dennis, Wookie, Kaz, Nerfs do start making some positions back. If I'm honest, I'd say Nerf being 5.5 behind another driver on mediums. I think Nerf's advantage is going to be gone.
Yeah, definitely.
5.5 is too much.
Yeah, definitely. We've only got 4 laps left. It might even be happening now. Wookie's starting to pull away from Jelly. Jelly's kind of hanging on to that DRS. Obviously, he's got that 3-second penalty. And looking at the field behind, it's going to be pretty severe. But is the soft dropping off from what I'm looking at? It is.
Yeah, Wookie's reeling in.
6 laps.
Yeah, Wookie's reeling in the leaders. Keep an eye on J. Dennis as well. I'll flick it over to gap to leader. So Wookie currently 4.8 behind the leader. J. Dennis 9. Keep an eye on it. See if there is improvement from them medium runners.
Yeah, obviously DRS is going to make a difference as J. Dennis does get past Madyboy, but Madyboy go back at it again on the inside. Good racing, quality racing there from them two lads. Played these space up, bags of space up.
I think Chris has had a moment as well at store there. Nerf Pack's just got Chris. Pint size picks up 3 seconds.
So since Dave has boxed for softs, if I'm honest, it's only going to use the set that he had for the feature.
Yeah, I can only assume he had wing damage. He's just focusing on trying to finish. Just looking at it, Wookie's pulled in. Actually, I say that. Yeah, he's pulled in a 10th. That's it. It's not enough. And J. Dennis. Yeah, he's pulled in a 10th as well. Both. What were it? 4.8 and 9 seconds. So, to be honest, they were around where they were. Wookie's now 5.1 behind, so he's not gaining. He's not getting on the leaders. He might be gaining on Lutman. 1.3 to Lutman. But he's no ERS. He's down to 5%. Him and Jelly still battling.
That's good. This is going to end in a tragedy. I'm telling you now.
Airways now 17%. Jay Dennis 11%. No one listens to us, Dan. I'm fed up of bloody repeating myself now. Below 20%, you have a performance drop. You are slower for using ERS. Jesus Christ. How are we? What, 4 games in and still having the same bleeding issue? As Wookie drafts back past Ollie. No doubt Ollie's going to come back at him at the next DRS straight.
It's silly from Ollie because he has a 3-second penalty and all this is doing is shoving him into the cars behind.
Yeah.
He should be staying behind Wookie and drag himself along. This has brought Airways into it, who was well off only 2 laps ago. Jay Dennis as well, with their mediums that will start turning themselves on as well. So,
and Wookie's picked up 3 seconds as well now.
It's Airways, relax. You're fine where you are. Last lap as well, I suppose they're vying for points, but is Jelly going to go for here? He's just dropping off slightly. Then medium definitely playing their part at this point. If I'm Airways, I'm just chilling.
And that's it though. Wookie's. When Wookie was behind Ollie, they'd lost over half a second to Lutman, and now Wookie's got ahead, pulled in half a second in the remainder of that lap. So from Brooklands onwards, I think that's Pint Size who's had a moment out of Beckett's there. Chris and Nerf battling as well, swapping positions a lot.
Oh. 3-second penalty bottom anyway, so that won't make a difference to him.
That was at Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, the whole ERS one is a bit frustrating, alright. I don't get it, to be honest.
I understand when you get sucked into a battle, but you've got to play the long game. You've got to play the long game.
Will Bark make a move on Scotty? I thought he's not close enough.
Speaking of ERS, look at State of Barks. What's he playing at?
Shocking. Shocking from Bark. It's disgraceful.
It's like he's forgot to turn it off as he goes through store. Oh, Chris picking up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Jelly and Wookie will lose a few positions here, but it's not too bad. Oh, Curly, that's going to cost him as well. So yeah, Jay Dennis and Airways getting 2 positions there. That makes a big difference to them.
Airways makes a big difference for.
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah, Airways up 5 positions in this sprint race. I'll tell you what, Kaz as well, up 9 places in the sprint. Chris is showing us a DNF. Did Chris crash out? Looks like he did. It looks like he's crashed out at the exit of store. Confirmation there, Scotty. Your sprint race winner, followed by Bark, Lutman Airways, Jay Dennis, Wookie, Ollie, and Hound finishing in the points. Kalev serving his quali ban, not taking part in the sprint. Teabag retiring early. Chris looked like he DNF'd on the last lap. But all to play for now in the feature where most of the points are up for grabs. Here we go now, ready for the formation lap for the feature. Have a quick look at tyres. So we've got Luckman and Dave going for the mediums. Jay Dennis, Curly, Pint Size going for the softs. Everybody else opting for the hards. Interesting strategies. It is a track where the hard tyre is a good race tyre, but any safety cars early on now in that soft medium window playing to their hands.
Sorry. Yeah, saw a couple of medium softs on Friday night actually. Not sure if you saw that, but I definitely saw it.
I can't say I did, mate. I think I did a medium soft, medium soft, medium hard.
Jay Dennis on the softs, that's ballsy.
Yeah. 2 medium runners, 3 soft runners.
It's a medium hard for me. Everyone on the hard because the game told them sheep mentality that. Yeah, like, you know, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, unless the safety car comes into play. If you get a safety car at the wrong time for the hards, you're looking at Luckman P1, Dave P2, depending. Maybe not. Head forward, is that one magnet? Just need to check my order there, Claire, make sure my headphone has been okay.
Yeah, it seems alright.
Sweet.
Keeps making weird noises, but
Yeah, I'm tapping it. There's a bit of an issue with it, but yeah, I'll leave you take it, lad.
yeah, I can't see the lights, but we're all formed up. There's 5 lights. And away we go. Cameraman looks pretty pissed, to be honest. He's bobbling about. Oh, back. Oh, I thought back might have committed to the inside there. Luckman looks like he's got a run on back now. Jay Dennis out of nowhere. Luckman's got the inside though now as we're coming on to the straight. This will benefit Luckman over Jay Dennis, but Bart losing 2 positions. Jay Dennis has took it, P2, so he's made them softs work.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy. Ollie Jelly all the way down to P11. Got a bit messy there for me.
Airways down 1, back down 2. Kaz dropping down the order now as well. What's happened to Kaz? He's missing an end plate. He's missing a right end plate. Oh! The Ferrari there. What? I don't know which Ferrari it was, but one tried going through the middle of two other drivers. That were fucking stupid. Jesus Christ.
Jay Dennis is in the lead.
When did that happen?
Yeah, it's expected to be honest on the sauce, but he's on a two-stop road unless there's a major road safety cars or something like that. The leaderboard is being the leaderboard as well. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, timings are a bit off. Bark's a minute 30 ahead of everyone ahead of him apparently. I will say though, Jay Dennis has burnt a lot of ERS to get to the lead though.
Well, he kind of has to do really. He's on the softs. He has to get out ahead and get as far ahead up the road as he can.
Yeah, you got Scotty on 90%, Luckman 98%, Bark 95%, Airways 86%. The lads who started on the hards and the mediums, to be fair to Luckman, seem like they're being a lot more sensible with it.
It's just the feel is so close at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, Luckman looks like he's going for a move here on Scotty, around the outside at Stowe. Yeah, he looked like he backed out of that one. You don't want to be going round the outside there.
Yeah, definitely not.
So easy to just be thrown off track there.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard one, isn't it? Do you want the inside line through Stowe, to be honest? Or the outside line?
Say that again, sorry.
Am I breaking up a small bit?
I missed you. You said you want the inside line, and then I heard all the outside line, and then you went quiet.
Yeah. It depends where you are.
I was going to say you want the outside line if you're on your own, if there's no one around you.
Yeah, I made the move several times Friday up the inside, and it just didn't stick. You can't get on the power as fast.
Yeah, it is a difficult one. Bark still with a lot of ERS as well, sat comfortable behind these front three. Well, that's it. Back, obviously, your championship leaders are a fair few points ahead. He's not going to take any unnecessary risks, is he?
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Scotty's up to P2, but it would be insane for Back to do anything crazy at this point. As we got DRS this lap as well, so that will make a difference. Luckman and Scotty are pretty close. Jaden is the one broke the DRS from Scotty, but he's rinsing. Well, he's not rinsing, he's on 40.
Otto's just made it past Nerf into Stowe.
Strategy.
Curly's into the pits on the softs. So is that due to tyres or is it down to wing damage? He's got 100% ERS. Hound's dropping down the order. Hound's had a moment out at the final corner.
Yeah, he has. Crowley is going to win.
Yeah, it's wing damage.
What?
Ollie's picked up 3 seconds. 4 laps in again.
Oh, God.
Stingray says, let's go Osso. Didn't think any of the Ozone were here for this.
Stingray says no penal for Osso yet. Yeah. Penalty maybe? Yeah. It just makes it funny.
Yeah, Luckman making it past Scotty there as well, but Luckman's burnt a lot of ERS to get past.
I was just looking, Claire, the top 6 is kind of mental looking, to be honest.
I mean, the ERS of Scotty Bark Airways is what you want. It's everyone else around them, there's just been burning.
Yeah.
I wonder if Lutman's looking at it as though, you know, Scotty Barker both on the hards, they're trying to go long. I'm only on the mediums, so I need to push and make up. He's seen, obviously, Jay Dennis on the softs pushing.
Yeah, look, with the field so close at the top, it's not suiting Jay Dennis at all. You know, he needs safety cars, at least one. I don't see a soft hard working there, but maybe it will. I don't know. I've been proved wrong in the past. Again, like assists and setup, and you know, it can be different for different drivers. But for me, the softs is a bad idea. I'd be feeling them now if that was me. I was getting about 15% of that, which puts his at 60%, so or close to it anyway.
It's an insane tyre wear, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this top six being so close is mental. Barks going for the move on Scotty. Inside the store. Scotty hangs it round the outside.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying about the inside line. It just doesn't give you the drive you need.
And then,
you're on the inside then after.
Yeah, side by side through club and fail, which is not where you want to be. Bark had to avoid that sausage curb.
Yeah, I made that move on Ducks or Dukes several times Friday night on the inside of, and it just doesn't work.
Oh, looks like a bit of contact made between Scotty and Bart there.
Looks a bit late from
Scotty's
Bart with the turn 2.
Yeah, Scotty hitting the sausage there, backed out of it.
And Scotty loves the sausage.
And Scotty's got Airways for company now as well. I'll tell you what, Airways and Wookie.
Yeah.
Wookie's burnt a lot of VRS, but sat behind this, right on the back of this battle, he's not in a bad position. We'll just have a quick tyre check again. So, you got Jay Dennis, Pint Size and Kaz on the softs. Luckman and Dave on the mediums. Everybody else is on the hards now.
Yeah, safety car on the next kind of 2 to 3 laps is going to screw the hards.
Chris picked up a 3-second penalty. Bart looks like he's pushing Luckman round the track now. I wonder if them hards are starting to come in their own, or Bart's just getting the feel for them now and feeling comfortable.
I suppose the hards will be feeling pretty good right now. Medium should be okay as well. Prediction strategy is lap 12, so they wouldn't be in their most healthiest position, but as I said, the safety car in the next kind of 2-3 laps is a game changer for Full-Time Dave and King Luckman, definitely. And it would help the soft runners as well. They can get in for the hards, but the hards were going to be caught. They'd have to stay out and go on to the mediums, which wouldn't be ideal. Oh, Luckman, 3-second penalty. That's not ideal for him.
No. I found the entrance to Maggots and Beckett's taking the right hander at Maggots. I was getting track limit warnings without even leaving the track.
Yeah, it does that.
And all through practice, all the time trial laps I was doing trying to get used to the wheel, I kept cutting that corner, and I was nervous for the race, but I think it only caught me out a couple of times, to be honest. I think I picked up more warnings elsewhere. It's Chris and Kelev were battling then. Kelev's
having a right good go.
Kept the position. There we go.
Oh.
Also gets his regular 3-second penalty. I was just about to say as well before that, I'll just have a flick down and see if there's anyone low fuel. No, can't see anyone. No, I noticed that myself, to be honest, practicing on Friday. Practice, which I'm not used to.
Practice? Clay?
Yeah, tell me about it. I think I put about 12 hours in. 12 hours in and qualified 20th. Brilliant job.
It's funny watching the ERS usage from that top 6. So many different games going on. Dennis's softs are definitely killing him right now.
Ollie's got mated just before Stowe.
Dennis is in, and that's a 2-star. Oh, Dennis!
5-second penalty!
Oh,
Pick one of them up myself on Friday. Yeah, not good.
And that's a 2-soft strategy, and lap 8 at the end of 8, starting 9. Unless he's going for the hards. Another set of soft medium for Dennis. Strange one. Don't think it'll work out unless there's a safety car. But
yeah, I think he'll be hoping for a safety car, but he's well down the order now.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, the field is so tight. It's incredible, actually. Geezer is into the pits as well.
Well, that's it. We'll change it to the leader interval. So
the hards will do from now. Like, that's the thing. As Geezer's in for the mediums, we need another safety car as well.
You're talking between, what is it, 30, 32 seconds, something like that for a pit stop?
Yeah.
Jay Dennis is 28 seconds off the lead.
Yeah.
Down in P17, in 17th.
As Luckman is in P1 and he's broke the RS from Barker as well.
It's unbelievably close, this field. It's gonna be an interesting one. Quick look at penalties there. We've got Luckman, Ollie, Osso, Chris with 3 seconds, and Jay Dennis picking up 5 seconds when he pitted last lap. Position changes, full send there, but 9 places.
The only thing for Dennis is he's definitely going to have to pit again. So that's going to cost him the other 30 seconds. Depending what happens, he's going to sneak the safety car at the right time or the wrong time. Again, the field, a safety car now is ideal for the mediums. I've said this already, but it would be no. It would kill the hard runners. Yeah, I don't see a safety car today, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's been too clean so far, to be honest. Unless there's a moment of madness, I don't know. Mismatch of tyres or something like that. At the moment, all seems fairly in order, and it's. Oh, hold on, I'm at wrong interval. That's why it looked fairly spread. I was going to say, wow, field spread out. There's like 2 seconds behind everyone now. Jesus. Yeah, Luckman, to be fair, has done a good job putting a second and a half into Bark. Bark now, without DRS, will come under pressure from Scotty, Airways, Wookie. Wookie, who's got 3% ERS, so he's probably not going to come under pressure from him, but Scotty's made a move into Stowe. This is where we'll see now how Bart reacts. Does he want to lead Scotty, or is he happy to just follow him? If he's happy to follow him, will Airways and Wookie cause him trouble? Is Nerf and Keller for battling?
Ooh. North out of shape there.
Yeah, Free Club and Bailey looked well out of shape. Looked like he had a big snap. Jay Dennis made it past Hound as well, and he has set the fastest lap of the race. What lap would you expect to see the medium runners in?
Oh, you would say either the end of this lap or the end of the next lap, I would think.
How do you find the undercut here? Do you think the undercut's powerful?
I don't. Not on this track. The pit stop is too long.
Right.
For me, personally.
See, I did it in, obviously just playing about when I first got the wheel. I did a 2-lap undercut in a 25% race and made 5 seconds on the cars ahead.
Yeah, you see, that it depends what cars you're racing with as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tried it last season, I think, and it went really bad. Really bad.
Well, that's it. I weren't battling anybody on Friday, so I didn't get a chance to see undercut, overcut, or nothing. I was just cruising around at my own pace. But no, Lutman's doing well, holding his gap here.
He battled there for P14 at the moment.
Apologies there, Dan.
You're alright. That was me.
Jay Dennis now made it past Chris as well. So he is flying on them softs. What was he? He was 28 seconds behind the leader. He's now 23. So he's made up 5 seconds in 2-3 laps.
Yeah, but if I'm a car that's ahead of Jay Dennis now with him coming from behind, I'm just going to leave him at it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Different strategy. There's no point battling it. They're pretty fresh softs. It's insane. Kalev and North are having a massive battle there.
Kalev picked 3 seconds.
Yeah, picking up a track limit penalty. Fortunately for him. Oh, chip the whip. Ooh, God almighty. Jaden taking North and Kalev there. Yeah, that was always what happened.
Yeah, scary though, innit, when you're coming up to that corner. Lutman's in the pits.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Scotty had got into that second range of Lutman, but dropped back as well. Back's out of DRS now, so it'll be interesting to see whether Scotty pushes now, using a bit more ERS. To be fair, Back seems like he's been pushing. He's down to 40%.
You think North has wing damage, unless he's thinking of something else, but the hard 11 laps is absolutely not a good idea. Would suspect he has wing damage, as Ollie Jelly is in on the mediums as well. What's that noise? He's started on hards.
No wing replacement for Nerf.
Are the hairs gone? It's a strange one. It's a very strange one. Unless there's a mega undercut going on here that I'm unaware of.
I hope he's not done that from hearing my comment about 5 seconds on the AI. I don't want to be influencing decisions like that, Jesus.
Yeah. You just fucked fucking McLaren.
Both McLaren drivers, in the bin. Teabag, Chris, stay out. Oh, Christ. No,
stay out.
What the fuck?
It was at this track as well, wasn't it?
I don't think it was the Charles Leclerc one.
It was Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Charles Leclerc one, where he. Have you not heard the interview that he did, where they asked him a question and said, like, do you have any nightmares? He said, yeah, I had a dream once. I woke up shouting box. Oh, Dave picking up a penalty. I think Kalev picked up a 5 second there as well. Yeah, Kalev picked 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
I'll be back in a second, buddy.
A lot of drivers off the hards, pitting for a set of mediums now. 12 laps left. No safety cars, which is good to see. Good to see. It's going to make for an interesting battle now to the end. I've got to say, I think Lutman is in the best position at the moment, being on the hard tyres. opposed to the lads who are going to be pitting, who are ahead of him currently, will be on the mediums. Jay Dennis has picked up 3 seconds. Is that his first? No, it's not. That adds to his 5 seconds. Scotty's picked up 5 for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, that's going to ruin Scotty. Back stared out. Scotty Airways, Wookie are in. Teabag's up to P5. Hindsight's in. See where Luckman comes out. He's ahead of Scotty. He's ahead of Scotty, so the undercut has worked. By how much? Around 3 seconds. Oh, sorry, no, that's 3 seconds to Chris. Luckman's got a 5-second undercut. That is exactly what I said. 2 laps. 2 lap, 5-second undercut. I guess it works the same against AI. Luckman's looking in a really good position here to win the race, which I didn't think I'd say, but that 3-second penalty could cost him. But Scotty, who's his closest challenger, has a 5-second penalty. Bark's into the pits now. Let's see where Bark comes out. Will Teabag come in? He does. Teabag's in as well. Jaden is still on the softs. Has to pit again. So is he gonna come in now? No, he stays out. Bark's put softs on.
Wow.
Teabag's gone for mediums. Oh, Luckman.
Bark does this, doesn't he?
Mate, it's chaos. It's crazy. So the undercut that Luckman got on Scotty, 2 laps, got him exactly 5 seconds, like I said.
Tell you what, Airways looks pretty okay.
Yeah, he does. He does. Knowing the 2 lads ahead of him have penalties as well, and this is the thing. Luckman's in a good position to win the race, but he has a 3-second penalty. The lads behind him are going to be quicker, but Scotty's got a 5-second penalty as well. So if Scotty holds...
no, Scotty got a...
yeah, speeding in the pit lane last lap when he pitted. So if Scotty holds the rest of them up, he could help Luckman. But he'll cost himself. Let's see what Bart can do on them softs as well. I'd expect to see Jay Dennis in this lap. I was surprised he didn't come in last lap, to be honest. Surely he's not going for a soft.
But he's probably waiting now. A safety car would kill him, to be honest. But so number 3.
As Bark makes it past Hound. But is Bark off the leader now? Bark's 15.5 seconds off the leader. Scotty setting the fastest lap.
It's after we did with 3 or 4 laps to go. But you know what? There's certain guys, Barkman do. Kane Lowry's another one comes just to finish them. But just, you say, oh, the softs, they'll be dead. And next thing is, oh, they're getting faster.
Fastest lap on the last lap of the race. I'd love to hear the radio or picture it the same as Lewis Hamilton. The tyres are dead, Bono, fastest lap. Shut up, prick. Scotty's pulled 2 seconds in on Luckman, but he's burnt a lot of ERS for that, and with that 5-second penalty, I don't know who's going to win this race. I really don't. Airways has dropped off the back of Scotty now. Bark's on a rampage, trying to make his way through. Jay Dennis is still just hanging it out on the sauce, but he has to make a pit stop. He's in. He's in.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see when he comes out. He wasn't getting a 5 second that time, enough.
That's the point. Does he still have that 5 seconds? He does, so he'll serve that now. He'll serve it now.
That's gonna kill him. He got in the mediums, but he's gonna have to stay stationary for 5 seconds.
He's coming too late, to be honest.
Yeah, the 2-stop doesn't work without a safety car for me. I know he'll have a clear run on it now, but he's dropped quite a bit back, and he's going to drop even further. He could be going as far as P14.
He might even be behind Osso here. Yeah, he'll be behind Osso.
Yeah, possibly. North might have a look.
He's not even got the pit limiter off yet. There you go, he's just took the pit limiter off on that corner. Nerve's got him as well.
Yeah, so that's bad news for Jay Dennis.
As Bark's battling all it, Bark's gone up the inside at Luffield.
Yeah, it's not a battle you want to have. If I'm Jelly, just sit there, full St. David's 5 seconds behind with a penalty as well. Stick behind Bark as long as you can and try and recharge. He's absolutely rinses the RS. Under 20%, which he's going to get a telling offer after, but that's neither here nor there.
Wookie's done the same, but he's not a teammate.
No.
Hound's done it, but Hound.
Jenny getting all out of shape through the end of Beckett's there. He has the DRS, but he's dropped a lot off of Bark there that he's using his DRS, despite having none.
This is the thing I'm looking at now with Lutman and Scotty. Lutman now has more ERS than Scotty. Scotty's closed in, which we'd expect on a faster tyre, and he's obviously burning more ERS. Do you think Lutman's just saving himself now, knowing that Scotty's got an extra 2 seconds of penalties? Just don't fight it.
Long game, no. Lutman's playing the long game. Definitely. He has that cushion, he can keep recharging for another one anyway, see how it ends up.
Hounds into the pits, off the hard tyres.
That's not going to do anything for Hound. It's going to send him to the back, if not close to it.
Oh, pint size is in as well. So Hound won't be right at the back. Teabag's making up places since his pit stop as well. He got past Hound last lap before he pitted. He's caught Matey Boy now. Matey's on the back of full send Dave. Scotty's now within DRS of Luckman.
He's not got it. He didn't cross the line, so he will get it for the next one, but he didn't get it this time. From Luckman, I'm deploying a small but try to bridge that gap if he can.
Yeah, it's a risky one, isn't it? He's got double the ERS that Scotty has. Does he burn some now, or does he just wait to try and stay within 2 seconds of him? Would you want to give a rival clear track ahead? Me personally, I wouldn't. I'd rather keep him behind.
I would as well, to be honest.
If it was for the lead of the race. Lutman's not deploying. Who's flying on the softs? Scotty's now all over the back of Lutman. Yeah, I've no idea how it's going to end. Scotty's got Lutman now. Lutman's got almost triple Scotty's ERS.
Captain Hindsight is off the track. He's back on again. He's off equal positions. Not exactly sure what happened, but It's insane. Ahead of him, Jay Dennis is getting swallowed.
No, Jay Dennis was doing the overtaking there.
Sorry. Jay Dennis was doing the swallowing. A couple of guys around him, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I meant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself then.
Yeah. Anyway, Jay Dennis is P11. Dave getting caught by Teabag again. Dave on the hard, so it's such a hard. It's been a while since we've had such a mixed background now up to P5. He's gapped Jelly by over 4 seconds. Yeah, but then, as I said earlier,
I suspect he'd catch Wookie. Wookie's got 5% ERS.
But them softs have to give out at some point.
Lutman's in prime position here now. He's got Airways out of that 3-second gap behind him, and he's still within half a second of Scotty. So at the moment, Lutman is your race winner, but can he keep it up? Another 5 laps, 4 laps is across the line now.
Yeah, Scotty's rinsed his ERS as well. So this is what I'm saying about Boxing Clever. He just needs to stay behind, keep the battery and deploy when needed. Box Clever, as I say all the time.
And that's it. He's got his teammate behind him, Airways.
Exactly. So they're going to work together as well to try and maximise the points for.
But if you're in P3, knowing that the 2 penalties ahead will give you the race win, would you let your teammate have that race win? Or I know you've given me a race win as a teammate before, but there were no penalties involved in that.
I suppose it depends on the situation. I suppose it's hard to call it, but
me personally, looking at it, Airways is probably what we call the number 2 driver in that team. If he's got the chance of a second race win here in a couple of weeks,
I'd be going for it, to be honest.
100% I'd be going for it.
I think with Luckman, no,
he's lost over half a second. Yeah, he's lost over half a second now.
And this is what I've said. Scotty is absolutely rinsed. Luckman has 2 seconds on Scotty with that penalty. Luckman just needs to sit there and do nothing. That's basically what Luckman needs to do. You can say, you took
Airways has a little problem now because Wookie's caught him and Barker's caught him, and if I'm honest, Airways and Wookie have no ERS. Bark's got 30%, but he's in a better position than them two.
I'm just trying to think from Luckman's point of view here. I don't give a shit if I'm taking the win on track or not. Whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He'll take a win on penalty. A win is a win. It doesn't bother me. And
absolutely not.
He's just sitting there and recharging, and that's going to help because by the time Bark gets up to him, Barker's going to have no ERS either. There's only a couple of laps left, so I think for me, Luckman is doing the right thing.
Looking like a brilliant drive so far from Luckman. We did comment on him burning his ERS early on the mediums, pushing to try and keep up with Jay Dennis, who was on the softs, made it past. Luckman pushed as well to stick with him, and he's made that work. It's almost like he's done what Jay Dennis should have done. Jay Dennis got to the front, and then I don't know why he decided to pit for an extra set of softs, but maybe if he'd have gone hards, it'd have played out different. I don't know. But Luckman, starting on the mediums, opting for the hards, got the undercut as well, 2-lap undercut on Scotty. And the lads behind as well. And if I'm honest, he's looked in control. He's looked in control completely.
Yeah, he has. It's just too late for Bark. I don't think the softs were the right call for Bark, if I'm honest. And we're not going to get a safety car at this stage. Wow. Oh, fucking hell. Osso's gone.
Osso's gone. He's had a moment with Curly.
Yeah. we won't get a safety car at this point, but
Curly's into the pits.
and
5-second penalty, so I'm guessing he's quit. Yeah, there you go.
he hit the pits at 653.5 miles an hour as well. So yeah,
We'll give you a penalty for that. Oh, Lutman was wide there going into Cops. He looks like he's pushing, trying to take this on track now. But he can't risk another 3-second penalty. He cannot risk it.
nah, that's just a decision for him, isn't it? I wouldn't be doing it, to be honest with you. I'd just sit where I am. Take it last lap, but don't do anything stupid now. That would be my suggestion. And what's happening here is Luckman is kind of creeping towards the 3-second gap from Airways.
Yep.
And Airways is under that now, so Airways, oh, he is the winner, he's not the winner. Luckman's got a push now, hasn't he?
There's only 2 laps left. Does he save his ERS, push the next lap? Me personally, I would. I'd ignore this one, try and recover as much ERS as possible, and push like a motherfucker next lap.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's the technical term for it. Curly said he had rear wing damage. There we go, though. Lutman, I don't know. I think he wants to take it on track. Personally, do you have that bit of pride in you where
I couldn't give a shit how I get it.
Yeah.
I take it any way I can.
I was going to say, I understand the pride, but
Luckman getting close to Scotty, but Airways is so close. He has to go for it here. He has to overtake Scotty and get out of him. He has to, and he's going to go for it as well, and he will go for it, and he will get that done. And he should be able to tuck back in for the braking zone, and he does. The question is, now, can he stay ahead, because Scotty's going to get DRS again back into turn, I'm going to say 7, 8, 9 or 10, and it's Scotty, so he'll go for it. It's just a question of, can Luckman hang this out? Oh, this is tense.
It is tense. It is tense. Yeah, Wookiee's all over the back of Barkmandu as well, so I think Bark's softs are dead.
They should be, but it's Bark.
Kaz with a 3-second penalty. This is another thing as well, is Lutman doesn't need any pressure in order, like in terms of making a mistake, picking up a penalty. You see, he's now 4 seconds ahead of Airways.
Oh wow, as there's a lapped car invading Scotty. I think that's Kaz. That's not ideal at all. And he's going to invade Luckman now, so that's not ideal either. Oh god, that's messy looking.
Kaz is picking up DRS as well. This could fuck with Luckman here, coming into store.
Yeah, that's not good.
He has lost time though. He's lost a couple of attempts to Scotty there in that corner alone.
Back now. So this is Luckman's win. Yeah, mega.
Wow.
Mega from Luckman.
What a drive from Luckman there. What a drive.
And Barks.
Look at that. Aston Martin 1-2.
Yeah,
Who'd have predicted that?
Jelly takes Barkmandu as well at the last corner.
But the penalty screws him. Teabag goes P5. Did Bark pick up a penalty as well?
I think he did.
Yeah, he must have. Teabag jumping up to P5 though.
Can't see from here, but yeah.
I'll be back in just a second. Sorry, lads, just folding myself back into my rig. Whew. Is everyone in here?
No, there is no one here as far as I can see.
I'm in here.
No one that's worth mentioning. I'm in here. Yeah, fuck you. Sorry.
Fuck you too.
Sorry.
Daddy,
Yes, baby.
I'm gonna grab a beer and wait for the other two.
Yeah, we were waiting on Luckman and... I forgot who finished P3.
That was me.
Who finished P2?
No,
Airways. It was the
Airways.
Alpine
Yeah.
1-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Aston Martin, you mean?
Yeah. That as well.
If they don't turn up, do I take P1 by default?
That's not how it works, mate.
I mean, new year, new rules. I'm second at the moment. Luckman's here.
But we're just waiting on Airways.
Oh, Jesus. Right? My mic is not acting. I said we crack on. I don't think Airways is coming.
Yeah, fair enough. Start P3. Scotty.
Yep.
Obviously, you battled right to the end there with Luckman.
Yes, baby. Okay, you sit down then. I had a little commentator.
Daddy finished P3. He's so bad.
Oh no, don't, because I finished the race. Did Daddy win?
Daddy,
Yeah.
win.
I didn't win. No. Came third. Close to winning.
Winning.
Okay, I won. If that makes you happy. But yeah, no. The race was different environment. I had my little boy here, so I was having toys thrown at me left, right, and centre. But which caused 5 seconds in the penalty. But my main race
Don't blame him for you speeding in the pit lane.
I'm allowed to, mate. But no, I mean, you boys were talking about the race, obviously battling with me and Luckman. What you didn't pick up was I was battling Bark and
Yeah.
Wookie at one point. That was my main race. I didn't care what Luckman done. He could have overtook me. If anything, I wanted him to overtake me to get DRS, but I realised that it was sort of like with my tyres wearing and his tyres wearing, it was sort of mixed match on pace.
Yeah.
Like.
So you were focusing more on the championship battle than this race.
Yeah. At that 5 seconds, I knew unless something drastic happened, I was hoping Luckman was going to pick up another 3 seconds. With Airways, there was nothing I can do. He was in his own open space, so I think Bark and Wookie were like a second behind him outside DRS for most of the end of the race. So it was just well, I mean, I saw Wookie and Bark drop down the order, so I don't know what happened at the end of the race, but whatever happened, that.
I think they both had penalties,
Yeah.
which I think dropped them a couple of places. I think they were 6th and 7th.
Okay, yeah, I don't know because it was just on my screen. 1 minute they were there, and then next minute I think Bart popped up into fifth. Um,
Daddy,
yes. Okay, well if it's hiding, go and find it. Okay, you want this? But yeah, it's just yeah, first time. Normally he's in bed by now, but he didn't want to sleep tonight, so I've had yeah.
it's hiding.
Okay, if it's hiding, you want to find it?
Scotty! Can we have your fucking attention for a second?
Yeah.
Stick him in the fucking closet or something.
No, it was, mate. You know what? Halfway through the race, he's coming up to me saying, "It's my turn. I should have took it. He might have not sped in the pit lane. That's your truck." But yeah, no, it was, but no, it was a good race. I mean, I'm just happy to get back on a podium after I think it was like 2 or 3 races. I've been caught up in incidents, so happy that
Yeah,
hopefully,
podiums be a touch more difficult next season in Tier 2, so get used
yeah,
to
but
it.
we'll see.
Oh, we won't see.
You're saying that like you've got a say in it, bitch.
I might do. You never know.
Oh, so you're not racing next season then?
Well, no. I mean, hopefully it's like the FA in it, like briberies, FIFA. I mean,
I'll take briberies. I won't say it'll have any effect on where you race.
No, but I mean, I can sling you some beers. I can sling Dan some potatoes, and you know, it's all hush hush.
Until it was said on stream, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean,
love the optimism.
yeah, I've got to be optimistic, mate. I mean, you've got to be optimistic. I've got a podium. But no, the race itself, and going back to the race, it was, I mean, I want to say it was kind of boring for me because I was like, at the end of the race, I wasn't racing for position. After my pit stop, there was no one there to actually race, which I don't like. But as Dan once said, I race better when there's no cars ahead of me, and it proves it.
100%.
I mean,
No question.
I mean, I completely forgot about the sprint race as well, so that's an extra 8 points, isn't it? Or 5 points?
Sorry, say that again.
Sprint race, I've got extra points from there, which I completely forgot about with the whole glitch happening.
Yeah, sprint wins 8, and we do 8 down to 1 point for 8th position.
Okay, that's more points because yeah, like I said, it was, to me, it's just about the championship, just trying to. I mean, Bark's already got, I think is it 30 or 50 points ahead of me now?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a lead.
So hoping that I know we've got Singapore and Saudi Arabia, which are my 2 strong tracks coming up. So hopefully, being polite, he hits a ball. But yeah, I'm gonna let you boys crack on. I'm gonna get back to bed.
Cheers for that, mate.
No problem. Cheers, mate.
Good result. Nice race.
Cheers, boys.
Airways is having audio problems, mic problems, so he's not going to be joining the interview tonight. I think it's more that he just doesn't want to talk to us, to be honest. But
oh God, is it Luckman next?
It means we're moving on to a P1 race winner.
I'll be back there tomorrow.
King Luckman.
Yes, great drive.
Brilliant.
What a prick.
Sorry, boys. Ignore my engineer, will you?
Oh, top class.
Oh, great. Absolutely
Get in
brilliant.
there.
What a drive, mate. What a drive from start to finish. Obviously, you started on the mediums. You had Jay Dennis on the softs. Did that worry you at all when he got to the front?
Not particularly, no, because I knew he'd have to do a 2-stop at some point. As soon as I see him go onto that other set of softs, I knew that he wouldn't have had the pace to get back up. With just the top 6 alone being so close, I just knew that he was sort of out of it. The only real problem I had was after I picked up that 3-second penalty, seeing everyone else behind me on new tyres.
Yeah.
I just had to obviously manage the gap, so sat behind Scotty for a little bit.
It got close. The last 2 laps were close. Airwaves was up your ass. It was close. You got it done, but by God, it was close.
I think it dropped to like 2.8 seconds at one point, and I was shitting myself. But apologies for the language.
I was taking a shit.
But Yeah, it's just about managing that gap behind, to be honest. Just sitting in Scotty's DRS, charging my battery, and then deploying the whole lot on the last 2 laps.
Yeah. Good job, though. Super job, to be fair.
Absolutely brilliant drive. ERS obviously is something we talk about a lot when watching Tier 3. We see some guys like Scotty Bark can manage, I'd say 80% of a race with over 90% ERS and still be fast. We have a lot of drivers who burn a lot of ERS. We saw all sorts though. We had drivers that we thought would save it, burning it. We had drivers that normally burn it, saving it. How did you feel yourself in terms of ERS management?
So this season I've been working quite a bit on ERS management because last season I just burned it within the first sort of 8 laps, and then the rest of the race you're always on the back foot trying to recharge. So I've sort of started burning for the first sort of third of the race, and then using it towards the end, and then just saving it in the middle.
Yeah.
But obviously, with such a high speed track around here, it's hard not to. As soon as you make a mistake, you want to be getting on that ERS button just to make up the time you've lost. So
Yeah.
it is tough, but I would never be able to do sort of Scotty or Bark, just pure pace, no ERS usage. I'm just not quick or consistent enough for that.
Well, tonight, I think you were the best in terms of ERS management, mate, and it paired off. You've took the win.
That's surprising, but yeah, cheers, boys.
You had more ERS than the rest of the lads behind you. If I'm honest, I thought that's what you were playing for. When Scotty got past you, you had double the ERS he had, and was just waiting for you a pass back.
Yeah, pretty much. I saw Scotty towards the end was flashing, and the flashing would stop for literally probably 2-3 corners, and then it would start flashing again. So I knew he was using pretty much all the time. So to me, it was just about just managing my own ERS. To be honest, whatever was happening behind was out of my control, sort of thing. It was just about managing to stay inside that 2 seconds of Scotty, and also keeping in his DRS, just managing my own sort of pace, really.
I've got to say, mate, you did an absolutely brilliant job. And yeah, you've took the race win. Is that your first race win, or have you had one before?
No, same place. This is my 3rd race win now for CDR, all
Right.
at Britain.
Yeah, I thought you'd had another one. I didn't know you'd had 3. I didn't know it were your 3rd. I thought it was your 2nd.
Yeah. No, I've had 3 wins now. Or no, 2 wins at Silverstone and 1 at Brazil.
Right. So we'll
So there
start
you go.
calling you Lewis Hamilton from now on.
I prefer Vettel, but yeah, that's fine.
Do you know what? Luckman and Hamilton, yeah, it suits.
Definitely look similar as well, 100%.
Yeah, 2 dickheads.
Luckman has left the server.
Thank God.
Twat.
Crack open the moe.
I'll start running round front room now, spraying.
Yeah. 3 pints of moe for the lads.
You fuckers. I'm esports level now, sorry.
Yeah, alright, good luck.
Yeah, enjoy Tier 1 next season, bitch. No,
I've got to
great
sit on comms.
drive, mate. Absolutely brilliant job. Yeah, to be honest, there's nothing bad I can say about it, other than your 3-second penalty. That's it. Everything else was faultless. You did what you needed to do.
And the fact that it was me that won.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I'd have preferred a Ferrari, but
Fuck the Ferrari.
fuck
Fuck
you.
McLaren too, wankers.
Oh! Alright, bye. I'm off.
Yeah,
Getting
so
brave now is one, but no, thank you all. Thank you very much. Anyone who's tuned in, anyone who's still around listening to this drivel, thank you very much. Join us next week, Friday night, Tier 1 and 2, where we race in Singapore. Tier 3 will be here Sunday, 8 o'clock as usual. Thank you all. See you next week.